Welcome to Primecast, episode 102. My name is Jesse.
My name is Wyatt.
And boy, do we have a show for you.
Ermagerd.
Ermagerd.
Ermagerd. It's not like a new murder just come out.
Zomagod.
Transformers for such trash. Can't believe.
So
Stop giving Michael Bay money. You won all the way. This makes Transformers 2 look like Transformers 1. These are some of the things that I've seen.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go flying through our normal topics because we're going to be talking about Transformers 4 for what I feel like is going to be a long time.
Yes.
So,
I have lots to say.
Yeah. So we're of course going to go into the first topic, and that is the latest purchases and acquisitions. I'll go ahead. You always go first. I'll go ahead first. Got the Deluxe Wave 2. That includes Drift, Strafe, and Slash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drift is amazingly cool.
Told you.
I like him a lot.
Told
yeah.
you.
The car mode is a little bit I find it a little bit finicky to put together. Like just like when you pop in one side, the other side pops out.
Yeah.
The robot mode is pretty fun though. It took me a while to figure out how to get the backpack to peg in place, but
yeah, I did too. Like I came in robot mode, and then I was like, okay, where'd the peg go? And, that little slot that flips up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really recommend them. You weren't too impressed with Strafe.
I wasn't.
I love Strafe. The pterodactyl mode is awesome. I love how big it is. It has a pretty big wingspan. And I really do like the robot mode too. He's really cool. I think he's my favorite Dinobot so far.
Really? Wow.
Why or wow?
Wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm really pleased with him. Slash, I like the Velociraptor mode, but the robot mode's pretty forgettable for me.
Yeah, I got him as well.
Oh, you did find him. Last time you didn't find him.
I didn't find him. Somebody was selling him for $10 loose, and I was like, all right.
Oh.
So I did that. Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah.
The guy who, when I got him, I can't tell if the guy cut him or they broke, but you know the little spines on the front of his thighs?
Mm-hmm.
The yellow ones? Those were off on mine. Like, there's a little slice in the, what do you call it? In the little, I don't know, silicone hinge, and where they just fall off. So I don't have to worry about those anymore. If you take those off, or there's a mod where you can flip those around to the back, he looks a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And give me half a second.
Okay.
Keep talking.
I'm kind of glad Slash wasn't in spoiler wasn't in the movie, because I think it just wouldn't not have made much sense. I guess I'm going to talk more about. Yeah, I mean, the Strafe, I still kind of would like it better if he was actually called Swoop in the movie, but I don't really care too much about the name. All I know is I really like him. He's not packaged correctly in robot mode. He's like half robot and half pterodactyl in packaging. Like when I got him out of the pack, when I got Strafe out of the pack, I'm like, wow, he's really short. Then I realized his legs were in pterodactyl mode. Then I switched them. I'm like, oh, okay, now I get it.
Yeah, those are a little finicky, aren't they?
Yeah. Okay. You got a couple other things.
I did.
Yeah.
So every week it seems to be a new trend where I'll be like, no, this guy's my favorite Age of Extinction guy. No, this guy's my favorite. Will happen again. It went from like Optimus to Drift and now to Hound.
You like him a lot, huh?
I love Hound so much. Especially after seeing the movie, like I got Hound because not because he's just John Goodman Transformers, because I thought it looked cool. But damn it, the fact that he's voiced by John Goodman in the movie is fantastic, and the fact that he's actually a character in the movie
Yeah.
is just beautiful. And yeah, love Hound. I love this toy. I really have no specific thing to say about him, but he has guns and guns and guns.
I kind of wish he was a little bit fatter.
I do too, but I was looking at the movie model, and it looks like everything that's fat on him are accessories, like gun pouches and stuff. So I'm actually okay with
He has
that.
like a shit ton of accessories.
Yeah, in the
Like
movie.
he's just got belts and belts, and he has a dog chain.
Yep, he doesn't fuck around. But yeah, like I'm okay with him being like this. I think he works still fine. I do kind of wish he was fatter, but everyone's saying like well after his name should be Bulkhead. After seeing the movie, I'm okay with him being Hound.
Yeah.
I'm really okay with him being Hound. I'd rather have a character of Hound that I like than another incarnation of Bulkhead.
Right.
Because when we have so many, and I like all of them already.
Yep.
And I got Galvatron.
What do you think of him?
I like him a lot, actually.
I know it's surprised. Like I just thought he would be okay when I got him, but I
Yeah.
really like him a lot.
I've painted him up a little bit, brought some detail out in his face, painted his eyes orange.
I need
and
to do
some silver detail everywhere.
Did you have to take apart his head to do that to get the eyes?
Yeah, but it was super easy.
Yeah, I can't find a little screwdriver to do that, but I need to do that. But I'm going to paint mine red. I don't just for traditional Decepticon sake.
So you're a G1er?
That is one thing that I absolutely it has to be for Autobot and Decepticons. Autobots have to have blue eyes, and Decepticons have to have red eyes. That is one thing that is the G1 part of me that must remain true.
Nerd.
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 Except for like if they switch sides, it kind of makes sense. Like Jetfire and Wheelie had red eyes, so I could. They were originally Decepticons, so I could accept that.
Yeah. But yeah, I love Galvatron, and like after seeing him in the movie, yeah.
Oh
like,
my god.
No, we'll get to this.
I know, but oh my god.
We'll get to this.
Yes, I know we will, but oh my god.
We'll get to this.
Well, I did not read Amazing Spider-Man #3 yet.
I read half of it.
Yeah, but I did read Savage Hulk #1,
Neat.
and I was pretty disappointed by it. But sure, it might just be. I mean, it's just a first issue in establishing this new story, but it was pretty boring.
Is it in Marvel 616 continuity?
I don't know. The Marvel Now? It's under Marvel Now.
Well, I don't think that.
Does that mean anything?
I don't think so.
It's pictured with the like 60s style X-Men. So maybe not.
I don't think so. Then no.
Okay. Then yeah. Because I was excited about that because I really don't like how Hulk looks in the new official continuity. Like Hulk does not need fucking armor. It's pretty lame. That's it for me. Anything else for you?
Nothing important.
All right.
Because I can't think of anything. I just want to talk about the
all
movie.
Well, what about news?
I
Oh, there's a couple Botcon figures that I just want to talk about real quick that were revealed like hours after we finished recording last week.
Oh God, there were all those.
Yeah, let me scroll down
Jesus.
to we'll go over them pretty fast.
Oh, I don't feel like that's doing them justice, but okay, because I do
yeah.
just want to talk about the movie.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, it's not on page 3. 2 spots. Did you play while I'm looking for this? Did you play Rise of the Dark Spark yet?
I have not.
I don't
Not
think
yet.
I'm going to.
I have a buddy who has a 360. My girlfriend has a 360 that she doesn't really play, so she might let me borrow it, and I might get it for the 360 so I could play online with them.
The reason is because wasn't developed by High Moon, who developed the first 2 games,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really confusing me because it's like the non-movie portion
Yeah.
is actually a prequel to War for Cybertron.
Wait, what? How?
I know, but like they have their designs from Fall of Cybertron.
How do you know it's a prequel?
A couple people that played the game that are big video game and Transformer nerds that listen to a podcast for described it as that.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. All right, so okay, so we got some of the. These are all official pictures. We got the official pictures of the Age of Extinction Platinum sets. First off, there's the what was that? The Autobots United 5 pack,
Mm-hmm.
and most of them are the same. Drift has a little bit more face applications. Hound has like a silver beard.
And he has
Uh,
different. He has a way different looking vehicle mode though.
all
He's
the
like a lighter green.
yeah,
Crosshairs is a lot different green.
very different greens. And Bumblebee, the new style Bumblebee's here. He does look slightly better, actually posed and shit than the first official pictures we got of him.
Mm-hmm.
And we got yet another repaint of Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, and this is like a mix between the very first prototypes where the arms are the first color we got, and he has the silver stripe on his abdomen,
Mm-hmm.
but he also has a faceplate.
Yep.
Yep, I'm talking about Optimus Prime. Yep. All right, sorry about that.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean it looks good, but a lot of people are saying they want to get the set mainly for the OP, but I mean it doesn't look. I mean it does have the silver smoke sets. It is like more of an improvement on like the original prototype, but it looks good. But I mean if you have like say the Takara one,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't really have much over it. It still has the blue feet, but it has silver shins, which is weird. But I'm gonna pass on this set. And his gun's black, yeah. It looks good, but it's not too different from what I already have.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we got what they described as the Farmageddon set. But it's officially called the Breakout Battle. It's mostly comprised of repaints. Like there's a repaint of Generation Skids. Was that
Yeah.
Skids? And there's a repaint of Crankcase from The Dark of the Moon. Both of those look okay, I guess. But then, like this one gets yet another repaint of Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, and I was kind of on the fence about this because one part of me thought it looked pretty good, but then another part of me thought it looked. I don't want to say I downplay too much, or exaggerate too much, I should say. But in vehicle mode, it literally looks like vomit. Like it, I mean, the vehicle mode looks fine, I guess, but the color just makes it look like just throw up. They did a decent job. Just I don't want to talk up the Takara one too much. They just did a lot better job on the vehicle mode.
You
Like
think
it's
so?
a little bit too pristine in a lot of parts. Like especially the rear of the vehicle, and the flames stick out way too much while they should be a lot more faded. And Takara one has the really good looking rust on the wheels, while this one's just black plastic. And the robot mode has a lot of shiny ass, kind of like almost like almost like a chrome black, but not chrome. It's just very shiny. Um, the only thing that I can say I really do like in this version over the Takara one is that it has the Autobot logo on the chest. That's about it. The rest of the figure, I mean, rest of the figure just doesn't look like it's as beat up as say like the Takara one. It looks a little bit too shiny and like it has those vomit colors in it.
Can we
But
talk about Generations now?
yeah,
Good. Okay.
are you going to get any of these platinum sets?
No, because literally as soon as I saw the Autobots United, I had just bought Hound, and I was like, well, that's fucking cool.
Yep. Alright,
So
skipping Creo. Alright, Generations Deluxe Wave 3. We get to see Hot Shot, which is part of the Age of Extinction Wave 3, which is a repaint
those aren't the
of.
generations I want to talk about.
I know, we're getting to it, damn
We
it.
got
Which is-
Crosshair's repaint. It's tracks. Here we go.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure why they didn't just didn't call him Tracks.
We're getting a Bumblebee.
Blue body, red paint.
We're still getting that Bumblebee, and we're getting Lockdown. Lockdown's still hella short. They use the exact same transformation scheme as Dark of the Moon Roadbuster.
I know, that's messed up.
Yep.
Oh well. Alright, so I'm just going in order of the news. So let's get into the big one. We finally get not one, but two versions of Generations Leader Megatron.
I hear really heavy screaming in your house right now.
Yeah.
They need to calm down about Megatron.
They're happy.
It's not that serious.
So we get two versions. One we expected, one we did not expect. We got one that's more G1 based. Both of these are the same figure, just slightly remolded and repainted. First, we get a G1 version, which looks pretty awesome. The head sculpt looks nice. The paint scheme looks nice. He's chunky. He looks like a pretty badass robot. And his tank mode is pretty solid too. But the thing we didn't see the one thing we didn't see coming was there's going to be an Armada repaint of it.
And it looks awesome.
I know. I'm so conflicted about which one to get.
Both?
Both. And the awesome part is that they have rubber treads that actually move.
And that's okay to me. I don't really care about that.
I like that.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm not going to get both, though.
I'm going to get both.
Are you? I'm probably going to end up getting a G1 version.
The IDW version.
Part of me really wants the Armada one, too. Because he does look pretty fucking badass there.
It'd be a shape if you got both.
I probably will eventually. Just like how I said I'd either get Springer or Sandstorm, and I got both.
Yep.
So, these are supposed to come out next year, right?
Yeah, they're part of the 2015.
Yeah,
line.
so there's actually plenty of time to save up for both, actually. Are they going to come out at the same time, or is I can't imagine both of them come out at the same time. Probably one might end up being like a store or website exclusive. I can see that happening.
Oh.
Alright, so we get on to we finally see official pictures of Generations Deluxe's RC and Chromia.
Do you see what Chromia is?
What do you mean?
She's a remolded Prid RC.
Is she really?
She is.
I'm surprised I didn't notice that. Oh, I
Yeah.
see it now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good remold.
Hell yeah. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
When we
I
got
like
to the
that.
point where people didn't know that she was a remold, I'm like, okay, there you go. Like, if anybody's mad that she's a remold, I bet you didn't even know.
I like the Prid RC.
Yeah, I did too. And
Yeah,
I think
this-
actually this works really well on her.
It does. I mean,
It looks
yeah,
great.
it looks great. The RC looks pretty cool as well, although she's got a lot of junk in the trunk. That's punny.
It's like you fat ass. Yeah, I don't really care.
You don't like RC?
No, I love RC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah. Alright, so you don't really care about the junk.
Yeah, like
I'm
everyone's
gonna
making
get
all these
regardless.
jokes. Yeah, I'm just
I
like,
was thinking, I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit more streamlined in robot mode, but it's
I'm
about
totally
the
okay
best
with
they could do. It's about the best they could do with that ridiculous car mode to a more feminine robot mode.
Mhm.
Okay, this is one we didn't see coming at all. A new Voyager class Optimus Prime. What the hell's going on with that one?
Yeah.
Dice got guns.
Guns,
I
guns,
can touch my toes.
What's funny is
Without
his
bending
stupid
over.
face. His stupid face looks like he's smiling.
Yes, he looks so happy.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
That's all I gotta say about that one.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, no, really. We were watching the panel, and I was following on 4chan where people were posting the official pictures before they got posted on a Transformers news site. Like, not the underarm bullshit pictures they take in the panel when they tell you not to. They're posting the official ones, and
how they do that?
I don't know. And I was on one of the toy threads, and fucking out of nowhere, the Optimus Prime picture goes up. And I'm just like, no, that's not it. And then they keep posting it, and I'm like, no, you're fucking kidding, right? No. And then I'd wait till TFW to put it up to
That's
say
so
this is a
silly.
voice for Optimus Prime. And I'm just like, oh no.
His biceps look like slinkies.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'm more upset that they did this instead of doing like a new Age of Extinction Voyager Optimus Prime new mold.
I mean, with the Generations line, I mean, I know they're going for more IDW with Megatron and all that, but shit, give us a flat-nosed, Voyager G1 guy just because.
At least he's flat. He is flat nose in truck mode.
But he looks like a fucking train.
I thought he looked more like an RV.
Yeah, I see that too.
Yeah. All right, he looks sillily fun. I have to get him.
Oh no, I don't know.
Brainstorm.
Hell yeah.
And he's actually a functioning headmaster.
Yes, he
Which
is.
pretty fucking cool. Now, a lot of people were asking in the thread, and I didn't quite get it, but they kept on asking if he came with a briefcase.
IDW reference.
Oh, see that's probably why I didn't get it. Why does he have a briefcase in the comic?
I don't remember. It's been a while.
He looks pretty cool.
I had to catch up on IDW. I'm pretty sure it's IDW. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly sure because I read a little bit of it.
We got some power battlers, which is
You missed a big thing.
Hold on, I might be getting there.
Okay.
I'm just going in order of the thread here.
Alright.
Alright, I don't see. What's the big thing I missed?
They at the panel they showed a silhouette and teased their theme for 2015.
Yeah, that's right. I totally
which
forgot about
is their theme for 2015 is combiners.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the Shadow for Superion. G1 design, probably going to be deluxes next year.
That's awesome.
I'm in love. I'm super excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's I think we've gotten to a point where Transformers are at a good standing again with their lower budget costs. They've kind of grappled, not bad quality control and all that. So we're getting what we're getting now as a combiner team. I'm excited. And, not like we got in 2012. I liked Bruticus, but hey, he was flawed.
Yeah. So they definitely would have enough time to perfect the idea of having Generations combiners.
Yeah. Alright, what now? Was there anything else announced at Botcon? I don't really remember.
Not really. No, I'm pretty sure that's it. And I think that pretty much concludes the news. Alright. So, we both saw Age of Extinction. I saw it Friday morning. You saw it Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
I took Zach to see it. And he was actually pretty good during it. He just had to pee like at the most inopportune time, so he had to hold it for a little bit. But then he was fine.
Oh, I had to pee so bad at the end of that movie. I held it for like an hour and 40. Yeah, I shit you not.
Isn't it the best feeling though? Like once you get that good pee out.
Yeah, but not during the movie because you feel like if you're gonna jump, you're gonna piss all over yourself.
Yeah.
Because I was really excited. Like there was a part, and we'll get to it later, where I was flailing in between my girlfriend and my buddy who loves Transformers as well. And like, there's a part in the beginning where he gave me an idea he had, and then as soon as they like hinted towards that idea, he raises his hand up for me to grab. I grabbed it, and we just like brought it in. Like, yeah.
All right. First, before we talk about the movie, I just want to bring up a little bit. There's the new trailer which I didn't see yet for Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
I saw it in the theater. No, I didn't. Where did I see it? I saw it before How to Train Your Dragon. I didn't see it before Transformers.
Oh, I did. The movie still looks fucking okay to me. I did kind of like how they in the middle. I think this is what they said in the trailer, but this is what I took. I was like just barely paying attention. Someone was talking to April O'Neil. Was like, so they're aliens, right? And but then April O'Neil says, no, that would be stupid. They're turtles.
They're
Is
ninjas.
that? Did they say that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they acknowledge how stupid it was that that the turtles were originally going to be aliens. Remember that whole fiasco?
Yep.
So
well,
that
there's
was
another
pretty
thing
funny.
from that trailer that really bugged me. That Shredder's apparently is like a mechanized suit of armor, like
Yeah.
like a robot.
They
suit
kind
of armor like a robot.
Yeah, they kind of fucked up Shredder from like the get go when I realized that he was going to be a nerdy white guy. It has to be a Rurusaki.
Maybe he knows a guy.
Maybe knows a guy and knows a guy.
Maybe we don't know.
All right, on with the movie. I have no idea what to start with.
I do.
Okay,
Here, wait. First.
Okay.
For anyone who hasn't seen the movie yet, let's just
there's
summarize.
supposed to be spoilers galore.
There's going to be spoilers
Oh
galore.
hell yeah!
But really quick, let's give them the non-spoiler review.
Okay.
Couple sentences. I liked it a lot. It was very entertaining. The robots are actual characters this time.
Yes.
So much robot on robot. It's fantastic. If you're a Transformers fan,
You're gonna love it.
I wouldn't doubt that you'd like it. I know a couple Transformers fans who hated it. God,
Really?
I know one guy who, I'm not gonna say who, because I mean that's his opinion. I don't really care. But he said it was way worse than 2.
What?
I do not believe that at all.
No.
Because this movie broadened storylines, rounded them out, and like, I'm very okay with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very okay with this movie.
I tolerated the human characters a lot more than I ever did with 2 or 3.
And we'll get into some spoiler stuff later where I
Yeah.
have an opinion about that. But yeah, the movie was good.
I actually really liked the human characters except for one of them.
Yeah.
And holy shit.
Okay. Now we're gonna go into the spoiler section.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Fucking-
spoilers galore.
fucking-
If you've heard it, if you've seen, shut up. We have to major discretion. Major discretion. We're gonna be talking hell of about this movie, like all of it, like every single plot detail, character fates, character strides, everything. If you have not seen the movie and you want to see the movie and don't want to be spoiled, turn this off.
Yes.
Right now. If you
First-
haven't seen the movie and you don't care about spoilers, I suggest you still turn this off and go see the movie. If you're going to be stubborn, you've been warned. Transformers 4 Age of Extinction. Jesse, what did you think?
Okay, first off, at first when we were introduced to Lucas, I thought he was, I thought he was kind of subtle, and I thought it was funny. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was played by T.J. Miller, who's the only real experience I have was from Cloverfield. I liked
Who the
him in that
fuck was
movie.
he in Cloverfield?
He was the cameraman. He was HUD.
He was HUD?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But they're like, I laughed like
And-
for the first time ever in a Transformers movie when a human character made a joke. I laughed. It was when he was sitting on the couch and that beer bot was walking towards him and he goes, "Really? The trick is that he brings the beer kind of close to you."
I
I thought that was funny.
We laughed at one other joke, and I'm really uncomfortable to say it on this podcast.
What is it?
I feel really uncomfortable.
Type it to me real quick because I have to know what it is.
Okay.
Alright, I hear lots of typing.
There's a small story to it, but I don't feel comfortable.
Well, I mean, it's not offensive. It's just stating that,
Well, no, what we did was kind of messed up. So, okay. Anyway.
Alright, I can understand why you wouldn't want to say that, but, I mean, I
Anyway,
didn't really. I was like, I didn't think too much of that part. I was just like, whatever.
it took him so long to get the joke. It took him so long.
All right. But then but then he got really annoying. Like when there's a car chase,
Yeah.
he's still making jokes like, I don't think they're gonna pay us, because basically the whole reason the KSI went to the farmhouse is because like he thought there'd be a reward, and he basically tattletailed on them. And he was like,
Gonna
"Do I
live
get
like
my
a bitch,
money
you gonna
now?"
die
He
like
kept
a
on
bitch.
talking about the money. Like,
Yeah, if there's a part where they're shooting at him, he's like, I don't think we can get that money. I don't. Like,
No.
you fucking think?
no. So like, remember that when we saw the trailer, and they're running from the explosions, and we
Yeah.
called it was from ROTF,
Yep.
and then fucking Lucas gets blasted with a fucking flat, and his skeletal
He
remains.
gets incinerated
Yes.
immediately.
His skeletal remains are frozen in place with that goofy ass look on his face,
And his, like, his midsection is gone. Like, you can see where his spine is the only thing connecting his body up anymore, and it's on fire. And it's totally messed up, and it's on screen for a good, like, 45 seconds.
I know. Like as soon as it cuts away from the people again, it goes back to his remains, and then
And,
there's
like,
a close-up.
panning around it.
Yes. So it's like, are they trying to make us cheer that he's dead?
No, they're just trying to show, like, I think the intention behind it was, this guy is dead, and he's going to stay dead. This movie's very serious.
Yeah.
This guy just fucking died.
How many people laughed or cheered in your screening when he died?
I literally threw my hands up like, oh, because I leaned over to my buddy a few minutes earlier, like, this guy needs to shut the fuck up.
Yes, he does. Oh my god.
So, I mean, yeah. I didn't mind him too much, but I was reminded during the car chase scene of Leo from Revenge of the Fallen.
Oh my god. He's
And the
worse.
fact of, like,
I
thought it was...
Leo was better because, I mean, like, he was more realistic. He was being chased by alien robots and he was scared, while fucking Lucas was like, oh, when are we going to get our money? Being shot at and shit.
Well, okay.
Oh,
The
by the
thing
way,
that gets me... Hold on, one second. One more thing about Lucas is I watched that part a second time. And it's really fucked up because, like, 3 or 4 times he's like, I could have died. And then he fucking dies.
Speaking of, real quick, did you notice that when what's the chick's boyfriend's name?
Shane.
When he pulls up in the car, there's no one in the
I
driver's
know! Me and my buddy thought that was a
seat.
Transformer.
Me too. But then he fucking like just popped in out of nowhere. I think I'm starting to think that maybe he was originally going to be a Transformer. That's when that scene was shot. But then they just kind of shoehorned that in, that like, fuck it, we don't need him as a Transformer.
Yeah, probably.
I would like to know the backstory behind that, because that could not be an accident.
Yeah, there was very intentionally no driver.
Yeah. And there's focus on that car for a minute of it just sitting there with no driver after it pulled up. So, yeah. Oh yeah. I felt real bad for Optimus during his reveal. Like,
yeah, well, what really wigged me out about this Optimus, and if you guys want a really good, rounded opinion on this movie that I actually enjoyed, Vangelis uploaded a like an hour-long vlog just talking about this movie, and watch that because he has a lot of opinions about the movie I share, and his first line in this movie is "I'll kill you."
yes, oh my god, you thought he was violent before.
No, and what Vangelis had said, the reason I'm bringing that up is because he said something that I totally agreed with. This movie is taking his, like, the Murder Optimus Prime joke and kind of just running with it. And they're just, like, they're acknowledging that he's just, a war hero and he has to be the bad guy in some cases. He thinks he's doing the right thing. But he'll do what he has to do.
Mm-hmm. He's fed up.
He's pissed. I feel like there was a little too... Like, I didn't mind the overarching tone to his character in this movie. I get it.
He grew as a character, and eventually he did, after a talk with Cade, I mean, he grows as a character a lot in this movie. He's not the typical Prime, which a lot of people are kind of sick of. I mean, he actually has a lot of character development.
The only thing I didn't like about Optimus Prime's character in this movie was the dialogue.
Really?
Yes.
I
think he said. I think he said you humans way too much. I think he said I'll kill you way too much.
I mean, he was pissed off with the entire.
Well,
race.
I loved how he delivered the lines. It wasn't because I think Peter Cullen, Van just said this too, actually gave a performance this time to where my favorite line that Peter Cullen uttered is when they're in the KSI labs. And he's just like, we studied your technology. And he just cuts the dude off. He's like, we are not your technology.
Yes.
And fucking kicks the thing through a wall. He's pissed. I loved that.
And he kicks the fucking, like, whatever down.
Yeah, we are not your technology. I love that. Because they're not.
I forgot about that part until you just brought it up. That's awesome.
I know. And that's the part I also realized when he scanned the new mode, his cannon got flames.
Yeah. But speaking of which, when he scanned the truck mode, that was pretty awesome. Most other
that's the part where I was flailing to and from my girlfriend and my buddy because I was just getting really pumped. And then when they had the Autobot, I thought I wasn't expecting it, but when the Autobot symbol formed and it made the noise, I was like, oh my god, they did it.
You know, I'm really surprised of how well they actually did that transition because all other times, like anytime they switch to new vehicles, always off screen or they're hidden. Just to save
this
money.
one just fucking like he sheds the old when the paint's peeling off the
awesome.
the stacks are building. I loved it. That's a great part. And the Autobots are cheering. He's back.
Yeah.
Like
Speaking of which, that part where the Autobots, like, wherever they came from, I don't know, and I don't care, really. Drift only transforms into a helicopter during that one scene.
Nope, he does it twice.
Does it twice?
3 times.
3 times. I already noticed in that one scene, though. Maybe one other.
When they broke into KSI, when he raises Bumblebee up, the shaft. He's a helicopter.
Oh, is he? I don't know. I might have been distracted.
And then apparently he is in the final battle scene. I didn't really notice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's another fucking thing. In the beginning when he transforms into a helicopter, I'm like, he's a fucking triple changer. Now I get it. I was kind of disappointed the toys didn't do that, but hey.
That would be awesome.
I'll get both drifts now.
I'm not going to.
Because we saw the Voyager. We saw more of the Voyager one at Botcon. It looked sexy in that case.
I didn't care for it.
Yeah, I don't care.
The very first scene of Optimus transforming from truck mode to robot was pretty badass.
Yeah.
I think it's almost on par with the very first transformation Optimus did in the first movie.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, I love it. I love that scene. And, like, Hound is all like, he's back! Like, and what's really messed up is, like, how they did it, too, because I'm going to transition this into another scene, because at the end, it's shown at the end of this scene. Actually, no, let's finish out this scene. The meeting the Autobot scene. You see, Drift is Ken Watanabe, basic Ken Watanabe.
I love how he keeps on calling Optimus Prime Sensei.
I liked it the once, but then out of nowhere, literally, when they're on the spaceship at the end, he says Sensei, and that's it. Like, no one says anything after it. Optimus Prime's probably like, shut up. I get it.
It kind of reminds me of how Inferno kept on calling Megatron my queen from Beast Wars. Yes, my queen. And Megatron's like, oh, I wish he stopped calling me that.
Yeah, and then there's a scene where, like, Drift straight up calls out Bumblebee. He's like a child. Like, he doesn't know how to fight. He's been a prick.
Yeah, Crosshairs is an asshole.
Crosshairs is an asshole, but he's a lovable asshole.
I don't know. I didn't mind it. I mean, okay. First off, it made me kind of despise the character because he was an asshole. But I wouldn't go so far to say he's lovable. I mean, I didn't hate him. I mean, it's a realistic character.
Well, let's go into some of his character moments where they're in the ship trying to save Optimus and he doesn't want to help, and he's like, "What do I get out of it?" And Hound straight up's like, "What do you get out of it? I don't blow your fucking head off."
Yeah. Oh, did he say fucking in that part?
No.
But they do. But someone does. Oh, fast forward before I forget. I love the parts where the fuck that. Whatever the main scientist of KSI, Stanley Tucci. He goes,
Joshua Joyce.
How do you say "get the fuck out of the way" in Chinese?
Yeah,
that was funny.
I didn't expect that.
No,
yeah.
Me neither. It was funny though.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay.
All right. How do you say "get the fuck out of my way" in Chinese?
I thought it was really good though. Okay, let's go into the humor on this movie really quick.
Yes.
Because I'll forget this too. We're gonna be jumping all over, by the way.
Linus, Lucas, but it was
Yeah.
they redeemed it by
Well, even
blasting.
Lucas, I actually think a
Yeah.
little bit.
A lot of Lucas is saying, like how I mentioned earlier, were legit funny until he just got straight up unrealistic and annoying.
Yeah, I just a lot of the humor in this movie, I took it as that was kind of funny, and if it wasn't funny, it felt like just actual snippy dialogue between sarcastic assholes. Like, yeah, this humor was a lot more dulled down, I will say.
Yeah.
And I noticed something actually coming out of the theater. Do you remember that TV spot with Bumblebee and Drift and the girl dancing?
Yeah.
Not in the movie. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Okay. Yeah. Right. A lot of people are saying that was in the movie though, and there just goes on to thinking that, well, like, why were people lying about seeing the movie and making up shit about it?
Oh, who said that?
I don't know. I was just going through it, just thread many people. So
I mean, it at least wasn't in the IMAX showing.
it wasn't. I did not see it on IMAX. I saw regular 3D.
Okay, that's two of them that scene's not in.
Yeah.
Unless they left it in the 2D showing, in which, okay, I'll never see that version.
That would be extremely unlikely. There'd be more scenes in the IMAX version than in the regular version.
Yeah, and at my theater, all the showings are the exact same length.
Yeah.
So
People are. I don't know. That irritates me. People lying about seeing the movie. I guess just get attention. I guess.
I'm confused as to where this is coming from for you because I don't.
It's
understand.
in the threads.
Where they say they saw it and this was in the movie.
Yeah.
No,
It was in the
not
thread.
in the movie.
I know. So I'm glad because the way you described it sounded like it would be like a huge, like it'd be embarrassing for me to see it.
Yeah, and I'm glad that it's still a TV spot. You can still go look.
Yeah.
To see how embarrassing it is, and it's just kind of dumb. Like, and it served no purpose in the movie. The reason I like this movie is because they jump right into the shit, and there's not enough time to be like, "Where's Sam?"
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
there's not.
Although, okay. Oh, speaking of Sam, I do kind of like that they didn't acknowledge him at all. But I would have maybe liked like a little bit of acknowledgement from, like, not necessarily by name, but like if you see, like, Optimus or Bumblebee looking sad or something, like if Kate, like, saying, like, Kate reminds me of someone or some similar to that, maybe just slightly hint at it.
That would be cool and all, but Cade doesn't remind me of Sam.
I know, but like
Sam I almost said episode. Fuck. Sam in 2 and 3 was a sarcastic asshole.
Yeah, I fucking
like, and I
hate
hated
him.
his character.
He was good in the first one.
It's fine the first one,
Yeah.
but like that's the thing. Cade is totally not that character
No,
at
it's
all. I liked Mark Wahlberg so much better,
Yeah. he is.
and just, yeah, like, and I don't think that's. I think that's the least of Optimus Prime's worries right now. And like, yeah, I don't think Bumblebee really cares either. Maybe Bumblebee and Sam officially broke up. Maybe it's Facebook official. Okay, let's
No, I want to talk about the opening.
Okay.
The opening really threw. I mean, it surprised me. It was very
Yeah.
different. I was totally expecting, like, every Transformer movie starts with a monologue from Optimus.
Yeah.
This did not. It went straight into that space shot where it was shot in space where you see those giant ships shaped like snails
Yeah.
flying over what I'm assuming is Earth.
Yeah, that was her.
It'll be. I'm not sure, but I thought at first that, like, they're showing how Cybertron was made. So
Yeah, no.
right away I was really confused. But then they showed, like, kind of dinosaurs, but they didn't look like our dinosaurs. And then they were blasting the planet with shit that made transformium.
Which I like that they actually noted that that's a stupid fucking name for it in the
Yeah,
movie. Stanley
yeah.
Tucci's character did. He's just like, yeah, catchy, trademarked it. Like, okay, like they're owning it.
Yeah.
It's not unobtainium. Like,
Alright.
everything else in the movie, I thought, like, where they referenced a whole lot of stuff. We'll get into it later, but yeah, like, that's the one thing that they referenced. Like, yeah, it's kind of dumb.
And then the very next scene, I think it was in the Arctic.
Mm-hmm.
And they uncovered a dinosaur that was turned into transform whatever, and they're like saying this is a huge discovery, but for mankind, like, this is how they dinosaurs. One of my biggest questions about this movie is this how the fucking Dinobots were formed?
I don't know. See, Here's the thing. I saw, quick backstory. I made my girlfriend watch the '86 movie before we got to see this one, and it got to the point she's like, "Why do they talk like that?" I'm like, "Cause they're stupid. They're all really dumb. All the Dinobots." She's like, "Are they gonna talk like that in the movie?" I doubt it. I was like, "If they talk, I bet they will." And she's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Well, because what I had thought was the Dinobots were here on Earth all this time, and they uncovered them. And if the Transformers scanned languages, they would only get to change. They would get to scan the caveman language, which would make them sound dumb." And I'm laying there for a second, realizing what I just said, and I was like, "Why aren't I writing these movies?" Because that makes a shit ton of sense, and actually, I feel like it makes more sense than what was given.
Right. There's still a lot of questions about the Dinobots that I don't think are ever going to be answered.
I think they are. This movie had such an open ending.
It did. Dinobot. What the fuck was I going to ask? Shit. I've lost my train of thought. I had a big question I was going to...
Was it the slimy hand?
No. Fuck. Some Dinobot related. I don't know. Wait. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was going to say. I was kind of right. Well, a long time ago when we first saw the very first teaser trailer, where you see Grimlock charging at Prime, my guess was that Lockdown was going to release the Dinobots as a weapon. But I was kind of right in the sense that they were on Lockdown's ship.
Yeah.
So I have called it, but not by intention.
Well, earlier on in the movie, where they were showing the things in the cage, and they showed Grimlock's head upside down, I didn't notice that was Grimlock.
Me neither. I hadn't. Why was he frozen? Like, why didn't he move?
He did. He kind of cocked his head.
Did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Train of thought. Okay, Lockdown. His first scene was pretty cool. I did. What?
The first scene with Ratchet?
Yeah, Ratchet was... Poor Ratchet.
Poor Ratchet. Like, okay. Again, the Transformers from the first movies were not treated as characters. No. But they gave Ratchet more character than he ever had in the other movies. And you know how big of an animated just erection I was given when Lockdown walks up to him and Ratchet's just like, "Lockdown." And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I lost it.
So, at first, like, a little bit of, like, a backstory with the Autobots. At first, the Autobots were not being hunted down. They're given, like, I forget exactly how they...
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. I mean, we're not going to work with you anymore, but, I mean, you're kind of left to fend yourselves. Just don't, like, mess with us too much, right? Yeah. But then KSI went...
It's not really KSI. KSI is just a company trying to create the Transformers. But they're working with the CIA.
Oh yeah, that's what. Well, what's that subgroup called? Hurricane Wind or something like that.
Cemetery Wind.
Cemetery Wind. Cemetery. Yeah, it was a subgroup of the CSI that decides no, not just the Decepticons. All the Transformers have to die.
Well, and then it was really cool how they rolled into that later, where they had to tell Washington, they had to lie to the president, like, no, these are Decepticons.
Yeah.
Because they were the only group trying to kill the Autobots.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole government, which I liked a lot better than the idea of like the government purposely hunting down the Autobots.
Like, and then that guy with the stupid mustache. Like, I thought his character was pretty throwaway.
Thomas Lennon, I like him.
Well,
from Reno 911.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Both of his scenes. He had only 2 small scenes. They were both kind of dumb, but I actually kind of liked them because. When he walks in, he's like, the president would like to, get a picture with Sir Prime, the Lord Prime. Yeah. And then there's like, no, it's Optimus Prime, and he's an alien combatant. And he's just like, what do you mean? Like, he fought with us, he fought for us. And he's like, they're here illegally. And he's like, they were our friends until you. And it's like, it's really cool. Like, it shows that, the Congress side of the government actually liked the Autobots. They understood, but they understood that also for the general public's sake, they could not partner up with them anymore. Right. I'm reading a little too much into it.
No, but I you're not. I thought the exact same thing as well. But poor Optimus. I felt so sorry for him when he was introduced in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, first off, okay, so he was found in a movie theater of all places. He apparently, like we see, he was being attacked, by Cemetery Wind. What are you laughing about?
I just love the introduction. How much for the truck? What truck?
Yeah.
They reference that.
Like,
I bet Optimus
like, where the fuck did that come from?
I bet Optimus in his vehicle was like, shit.
Well, he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I know. He
He
was
was
kind of
in-
like stasis.
Yeah, he's in stasis lock, or kind of. But he was being attacked, and he turned into that truck mode to kind of hide. You know, it's just to be a little bit.
To evade
Evade.
himself.
And then he got a missile lodged in his chest that kind of disconnected his spark from the rest of his body.
Mm-hmm.
So he was put in stasis for who knows how long.
I don't think it was too long from the way they were talking
Yeah.
later on, but yeah, it was a little bit.
Yeah, and then of course, Cade was messing around with him and figured out he was a transformer, and then reconnected his spark, and then he transformed, and then he was like frantic, like he was all of a sudden was pointing his gun at the people, in fear of his life. It was he's saying, "I'll kill you," but basically thinking that that Cade and his daughter was Cemetery Wind trying to kill him. And then he realized what the hell, like he kind of snapped into it. And it's like, my Autobots need me, they can fix me. He say my Autobots, like I'm not sure if it was like a attempt, if he was so like scared. I don't know, it's just that line delivered, like my Autobots can fix me, they need me. Like,
And then like half of his head falls off.
yeah, and then like green blood squirts out of his head. So he got messed up pretty good.
Yeah.
Half of what you see is actual damage, while the other half is like part of his disguise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually surprised of how long we actually see Optimus in his actual rusted truck mode.
Yeah. And I was glad too, because I'm gonna say I thought Ratchet getting killed off was gonna be like the opening Optimus Prime dialogue speech, to where it wouldn't, like when they said the guy voicing Ratchet would come back. I was like, okay, for what, like a line? No, Ratchet got a full send-off scene
He talked more in this movie.
than any of the other movies.
Yeah.
And he died after about 4 minutes of introduction. And then I thought it was messed up later where we saw his head. And my favorite thing is it just cuts back to Optimus and he fucking like destroys a sidewalk.
Yeah.
He's like, they slaughtered Ratchet.
Yeah.
He's just pissed. I love that. And that's one of my other favorite things from Optimus' movie. You know my other favorite thing?
What?
When Cemetery Wind storms Cade's house, they start, having a big dick contest. And they find Optimus in the barn. He's like, well, shit. He jumps out of the barn. And he actually has a line where he's shooting those people. Do you remember it? Where he just yells, "Here I am," and starts blowing people away.
No, I heard him say something, but I didn't quite catch it.
Yeah, because everyone's like, "Where's the truck? Where's the truck? Where's the truck?" He's like, "Here I am," and I loved that. Loved that a lot.
All right,
Just like a lot of the delivery on those lines.
all right. Let's talk about it's. Speaking of delivery, segue. Let's talk about Lockdown and him. One thing I really loved about Lockdown was he had a very cold, very his dialogue was amazing. One of my favorite lines. You talk about Optimus Prime lines. One of my favorite lines, which scared the shit out of me, if someone ever said this to me, was, "You see my face, it ends your life." When he was talking to Bumblebee, like, I mean, for the most part, he is true. Yeah, I mean, he is right.
When it's messed up, I was like, "Oh shit, are they gonna kill Bumblebee?"
But I love, like, it was like the music. If I remember the scene correctly, like the music was getting super fucking crazy, and then like the music slowed down for a bit, so you.
It's where Optimus is pinned to the wall with his sword through him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's great because Optimus is yelling like, "No, this guy's gonna kill you guys. You all need to leave now."
You see my face, it ends your life. I love that. That would be like shit my pants. Lockdown was amazing. This movie.
He was great, but though I will have one thing though, where Optimus and Hound and them, where they were like, "Oh, we're gonna separate, and he'll be in deep space before he even realizes I'm gone." I thought that would have been good if that was the end of it, like the end of the movie. Lockdown's like, "We gotta turn around and go back for him," and then that was it. And then we didn't see Lockdown again until the next movie.
Yeah,
that would have been sweet. But hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with what we did.
We got enough open-endedness. Okay, what do you think? Galvatron.
Loved it.
Yes. He was in control the entire time. Which is why like the first like little hint was like first of like when they're forming his body, it's like, well, I want him to look like Optimus. Why does he keep on looking like Megatron?
I know. You know what I love? That's another part where they're referencing everything. Like, I modeled him after Optimus Prime. Why does he keep turning out like Megatron?
Yes.
Like, they reference he looks like Megatron, and he's like, what's with that stupid hole in his chest?
Well, I don't. They never quite really explain that. Why?
Well, I think it's kind of like a throwaway thing. One, it's for design, and now we see why ILM kind of, fucked over the Hasbro designers.
Yeah,
Some of
yeah.
those Transformers. Jesus.
I don't care for that at all.
The way they transformed?
No.
I didn't either.
I
It made more sense because what I actually saw watching him transform a couple times, it wasn't them like destroying themselves and coming back together. They worked on like this like thin ass white plastic grid that would move, and they would move along that grid.
Yeah.
And they just did it like
It seemed too
system.
cheap to me. I did not care for that. But let's see. Something about Galvatron. He was like, look at his head. Look, they said like, look at his face. How can I market that face? And it was close up, and it was awesome. But then, oh my god, one of my favorite other lines was when we first see Frank Welker, actual his voice coming from Galvatron.
Yes.
But like my first thought was like, oh my god, that is Megatron from Prime.
Well, what I loved about that scene is, remember a few months ago when someone saw that scene and they must have been told there's some things in the scene you can't reference. You can only reference the base stuff because they saw the scene and they said like, yeah, this guy's controlling Galvatron. That's about it. Like, while I'm watching the scene, Galvatron transforms, like cuts a car in half, destroys a few kills a few more people, and everyone's like, holy shit. And then like, I love how it was later on in the movie it was referenced like, oh yeah, and he spoke. How did that happen?
Yeah. But that line is when Optimus says, "You have no soul," and Megatron said, "That is why I have no fear."
Yeah, and Optimus like sticks his sword through his chest and doesn't do anything because he has a giant hole in his chest. I think that's part of it. But yeah,
Did you notice that Optimus' sword at that point was his
yes,
was his blade that popped out of his arm? That was pretty cool.
A few more things. Like, let's go back to the KSI stuff.
Okay.
Where they're molding. We saw we saw Leadfoot get gunned down, and they actually said that's Leadfoot.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Yep.
I would think, oh no, Autobot friend. Like it. I don't know. It referenced away from anything that we had seen. I wish we would have seen a few more Autobots deaths, but I think also they leave that open enough to where they could find a couple of more Autobots again. Like they could come across Sideswipe. But hey, who knows? But yeah, KSI, like, again, that scene where the Autobots break in, and the Optimus finally sits down and actually talks to somebody for a second. There's like, we're going to destroy everything. And they don't go and killing people. They're like, get out now. We're destroying this lab. If you stay here, you're going to die, and it's not my fault.
Right.
And it was good. Like, and where Optimus just, again, yells, we are not your technology. Because they're not. They're not robots. Like, they're actual living things.
Yep.
I thought it was all really well done. The KSI stuff and the Autobot interaction with them, and yeah, everything with Galvatron was great. Like where Brains is in the tube, and I'm like, oh, look, Brains.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the Brains reference when they panned over and you see Megatron's decapitated head. I'm like, oh shit. Though I will say I didn't notice it. Did Megatron's head have an axe mark in it?
Yeah.
It did. Okay, I couldn't really tell.
Yeah.
Well, I liked it toward the end where Brains is explaining what Galvatron's plan is, and they pan over from Sentinel Prime's head with a hole in it.
I was looking for it. I did not see Sentinel's head.
That was okay. Remember when? Okay, you cannot miss it. Remember when Brains is explaining it?
Yeah.
And
I was paying attention.
There's two heads. There's two heads hooked up to him. The first one you see is Sentinel Prime's.
I don't know.
That was Sentinel Prime's.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, buddy. I was looking for Sentinel's head, but I didn't. I must have been fucking. I must have blinked, or Zach must have distracted me at one point. But
no, it was Sentinel.
I was looking for it. I tried really hard to look for it.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Let's see. like a little bit more about Galvatron's voice. Of course, like we all knew, like after Hugo Weaving gave that interview, basically dissing the movies. Like I had no idea what the hell I was talking about ever, and it was basically just a paycheck for me. And Michael Bay like went on record as to say how fucking ungrateful Hugo Weaving is.
Mm-hmm.
We knew at that point he was never going to be brought back.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the reasons why they had Hugo Weaving is because Michael Bay went on record as saying that Frank Welker's performance as Megatron would not work with their idea of Transformers anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that is correct. That G1 Megatron would sound awkward in Megatron. But when Prime fucking aired, the first time we actually heard Megatron in Prime, it was voiced by Frank Welker.
We're like, holy shit.
This is amazing. This performance sounds enough like G1, but is more modern. It's not comical anymore. It's very threatening. This voice would have worked in the movie franchise, and I think that Michael Bay fucking realized that, and it's paid off because he's Galvatron now, and it sounds like Galvatron now.
Okay, I will say when you text me like this, like his voice is Prime Megatron. His voice might be Prime Megatron. I loved Frank Welker.
Yeah.
As Galvatron.
Yeah, that's what I meant as far as the voice.
Well, because I was thinking, I thought you meant something else. No, his origin is totally animated Megatron.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
is. It is. Ooh. I loved it. Like, okay, and some people think Megatron actually wasn't dead. I think he was dead when he got his head ripped off. I think though his head was like his brain was still active.
Yeah.
I mean the robots they probably don't work exactly like humans.
He still had brain function.
Yeah, and I think
he was more like his brain was more like in a coma.
Yeah, when he had his little Insecticons, like, and they showed like where the light in his eye was still red, and then they went back to it and it was out. Meaning his consciousness moved to Galvatron.
Yep.
And I love that I think it's a little weird that he was given a human name and he fully embraced it.
Yeah.
But I do like to where he understands Megatron failed. I am Megatron's consciousness, but I am not Megatron anymore.
Yeah.
I am somebody else. I am somebody else who will do better. Because that's what Galvatron used to be.
I do kind of feel like that towards the end, that there's so much shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like they could have made Galvatron's reveal more like a cliffhanger at the end and continued that story onto the next movie.
I think the only thing that hurt them about Galvatron was when they were hammering it in like, no, it's Megatron. And we're just like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Like when Brains just kept saying it's Megatron reincarnated. Like,
I think that was basically just like to dumb it down for not so nerdy fans of the movies.
Well, because with the number one thing is like I was going into this movie thinking like, oh, is that Megatron? Are they gonna be thinking like, I'm Megatron reborn? And they did it, but the only people hammering it in that it's Megatron are the Autobots. Which I love. And I didn't really mind the cliffhanger with with Galvatron because he's gonna be back.
Yeah.
I mean, throughout the entire end of the movie where I saw how much I liked him, I was like, oh, I want to see him as a villain. I like his design. Everything about him is good. To where it got to the end and I was like, where'd he go? And then you see him on a cliff. He's like, "This isn't over, Prime. We'll be back.
For I am reborn."
Yeah, like, and he just walks off like, "All right, shit's hit the fan."
Yep.
I loved it. And I was actually kind of afraid. I was like, "Oh, I hope he doesn't die."
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to be brought back a stupid fucking way the next movie.
Right. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about. Besides, we really didn't talk too much. We
need to talk about a thing.
Okay.
How great was Hound?
Ground was my favorite new character.
Is Ground John Goodman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ground. Hound was my favorite new character in the film.
I thought, like everyone thought, he'd have like maybe 4 lines and that'd be it. No, he had the most lines I think out of any Autobot.
Yeah. Very well.
He was great.
I thought it was funny how he took off half of his head as a hat.
That freaked me out. That really freaked me out. I thought, what really freaked me out in the end, where he takes off his hat
and throws it
and fucking destroys a dude with it. There was a significant number of times where in the end he's the only one fighting.
Yeah.
I was so afraid he was gonna die. And where he's laying on the ground, he's telling Kid, like, nope, I'm out of ammo. That's it. War's over. I lost. And I was like, no, come on, don't die. I was really, really afraid he'd die. And I'm so glad he didn't.
Someone on the thread said that didn't sound like John Goodman at all. It sounded like it was just like a half-assed, like...
It sounded like John Goodman.
Yes, it was him.
I feel like what they did for John Goodman, because you remember his line where he's like, what did he say? I'm a wicked robot or something?
I don't know.
I feel like during the scene like that, they were like, all right, you're a gung-ho army sergeant. You love war. You're riddled with guns. You have a beard, and you love to fight. You live for war. Here's a few shots. You're also a 40-foot tall giant robot. Have fun. Like, I feel like that's how they did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how it came across.
Let's see.
But I loved it.
Right.
Bring him back. Oh, and I was right. Remember that scene in one of the trailers where they're all standing by like the water? And I was like, that looks hella like from the end of the movie.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
I don't know.
It
was hella from the end of the movie.
Yep. I did not think that would be the end.
Told you.
Yep.
That was the very end, actually. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me.
Yeah, look at you. Look at all.
I know my Transformers endings
all
at this
right and
point.
shit for once.
Oh, for once. Remember when Lost Age Megatron or Galvatron was purple?
Yeah. Fuck you.
Fucker. Fuck you.
All right. When Lockdown captured Optimus Prime, before I forget, and he was talking way too fast. I couldn't understand most of it. What the hell was he talking about? Like you were part of Knights, and you're 12 of them. What the hell was going on?
He said there's 12 Knights.
Is there 12 Knights?
I think he said 12 Knights. And he said, I've captured the remaining ones. You're the last one. And what the Knights are, I believe, are the rebels who didn't abide by what I'm going to say are the quintessons, perfect world.
Okay, so... And the Dinobots are Knights as well.
Yes, that's why they look like that. That's why they have knight heads
I
on
know,
the
that's
toys.
what I'm saying. Now those fucking what I thought were generic head design makes sense because those look like knight helmets.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
Did you see how fucking tall they were?
Yes, that was awesome. They were just fucking looking down at Optimus and...
All of them.
Yeah.
And when I got home, I looked at Slug as a deluxe. I was like, are you fucking serious?
I just throw the deluxe Slug at the wall. No.
I like it. It's a good toy. I understand they couldn't make them all
Yeah.
leaders or Voyagers.
You know how awesome that would have been if they could have made them all
would've been
leaders?
great.
They would have sold. They would have sold no matter what.
As long as they didn't use a whole bunch of chrome, yeah.
If they could have made one more of the Dinobots in leader class, what would you have wanted? I know what I would have wanted.
Either Scorn or Slug.
Scorn. I would have loved Scorn as a leader class. But that's just me. He was bigger than Grimlock.
Was he really?
Yeah, when there's a scene where there you saw like a far shot of the Dinobots running. It might have been perspective, but Scorn looked a bit bigger, which makes sense because Spinosaurus is bigger than a T-Rex. But okay, the Dinobots do not talk at all,
which kind of bugged me a little bit. And the other thing that bugged me, I woke up this morning and thought about it. The Dinobots really only in the last 20 minutes of the movie and served no real relevant plot.
No.
Other than being Dinobots.
All they did was serve just fan service.
My part of the dialogue that gets me is the part where Optimus says, please, fight under me. Let me command you. We will defeat the enemy and you will be free. And Grimlock's like, no, hell no. I don't take orders from nobody. And Optimus puts a fucking sword to his neck. He's like, if you don't help me protect my family, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, they could have done a little bit better on dialogue.
Did you notice how when Prime bitch slaps Grimlock in the head with his shield, they changed that dialogue?
Where he wasn't just screaming like an idiot.
What did he say in the movie?
I forgot.
Yeah.
Something profound.
All I know is like, hey, he's not screaming.
Yeah, that's what I realized too. Which I like. But yeah, I love the ending to where everyone's like, "What about the Dinobots now?" He's like,
Yeah.
"You're free."
And they
And
run off into the woods.
Well, and they're like, they have no planet. It blew up. And then the guy is just like, I could probably help with that. I'm like, ooh, Dinobot Island. Dinobot Island.
Yeah.
I'd love that. I'd love that. Because they're still on Earth.
Yeah.
They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. I was almost 100% convinced that the Dinobots were going to die.
I was too. When they started getting sucked up into that magnet, yeah.
Even before the movie, even long before the movie, I thought they were going to die.
I thought at least one of them. I thought Strafe was about to die in that one scene
Yeah.
where he's fighting with Stinger. Bumblebee is.
Uh,
I thought he was gonna die. And then I would start the chain effect of like you having the music playing with the slow mo shots of them getting shot and killed. Yeah. Yeah, I would love. You know what I want to happen in the next movie now?
what?
Now that they're free, we go back to them and they're trying to learn to talk.
Yeah.
Just because.
I definitely,
Just 'cause.
I definitely would have liked a little bit of a nod from Animated where Grimlock was the only one that could talk.
Yeah.
That would have been neat.
Oh, my friend noticed something, and I haven't noticed it again. But the guy, do you remember the construction guy with the hard hat who found those Dinobots in the beginning?
Yeah.
He said something about thinking he saw Grimlock on his helmet, like the word.
I don't know.
So I'll have to go back and look at that. And I was kind of upset they weren't named. Like you're
Yeah.
the legendary Grimlock. That would have been sweet.
Oh, I did kind of like the part where Optimus, like as I think it might have been just as he was getting on Grimlock, he said he talked to him in Cybertronian. The legend is reborn, or the legend exists.
The legend is real.
So what
legend.
legend?
The Knights.
Okay. If you say so, I don't know.
You're just like, okay.
I'll take that. Sure. Da, 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 da. What else? Okay. Yeah, the very first scene in the movie, you see just this the alien hand touching a panel.
Wonder who they are.
What-
They're the creators.
Yeah. Like Optimus is gunned down by Lockdown's head cannon, which really doesn't so much as come from his head, it more comes from his chest.
Yeah, and
see
he has I like where he has binoculars and shit. Like his head turns.
Yeah,
into
his
lots.
head. Yeah, his head more transforms into a scope, or shit that with infrared vision. Like he does that at the very first where he's watching them kill Ratchet, basically, and then the rest of him transforms into a gun. And oh, it comes from his chest. That makes sense. By the way, it was so creepy, but then really cool how they still acknowledging that they have sparks. First off, when Lockdown just straight up yanks Ratchet's
The
spark,
spark extractor. Oh.
and then they did kind of when Cade was working on Optimus Prime, and he's like, you get to see Prime spark. It's like he said, I'm working. This was lodged between your energy sources. It's called the spark. It holds our life force.
Life force and our memories.
And someone said, and Cade says, we call that a soul. And they kind of bring that full circle. Galvatron doesn't have a spark, and Optimus says, you have no soul.
I love it.
Pretty neat.
I was really mad at the end. I swear to God, I thought they were about to Beast Hunters it. And I felt like Optimus was looking at the camera where he said, whenever you see a star in the sky, think of it as my soul.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought he was going to die, but no, he didn't. I did like his message, though.
Yeah, I am coming for you.
This message is to, he's just like, no, everyone else ignore this. This is to the creators. I'm coming for you. Leave planet Earth alone.
Yeah.
Or what did he say? He said, leave planet Earth alone.
Because
I am coming to you. Which was really weird. I will say it's kind of dumb how Optimus Prime randomly.
Yes,
had,
I hated that
boot
part.
Rockets.
Fucking turns into Astro Boy. Where was that the rest of the movie? If he had fucking rockets in his legs, wouldn't you be taking advantage of the whole time? How? If he could spontaneously just grow rockets in his legs, where did that ability? Where was that any other movie or?
Where you needed a jetpack.
Yeah, but no, you had to dissect Jetfire so you could fly that.
I mean,
one
I
movie.
guess if I mean, if there's a throwaway line, if he engineered the flight tech into just boosters into his old form as well, so they stayed, I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, but
Or if we only saw him once, I don't know.
uh-huh.
You know what part I love?
What?
I don't know why. In the part where Lucas dies. Not that part,
That's what I was just that whole scene, like period. Okay, yeah.
No, it's where I started getting really annoyed on Godzilla levels, where they kept showing the car being chased, but you see like snippets of Optimus and Lockdown fighting on the roof.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh man, I love it where Optimus Prime takes the crane, wraps it around his neck, and just kicks the Lockdown off the roof and tries to hang him.
I mean, that wouldn't be the first time they've done that. They did that in the first one where you really only see Bumblebee fighting Barricade in the background.
Yeah, but you got to see the end of that fight, most of it. But still, like, we're 4 movies in, you know?
One of the most bullshit things I've read was from on Twitter from someone that has a YouTube channel that I used to watch weekly, called on Movie Buzz. And for the most, I mean, this guy has been stated as for liking all the other Transformer movies before, calling it what it is. But let me try to see if I can find the exact. This guy's from a guy. This quote is from
link me to Twitter. I want to see if this is the guy I think it is.
Is it Rallis P?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Hold on, I'm on my phone right now. So how the fuck do I do this?
Oh, even still.
Copy link to tweet. Okay, here we go. I'm sending it to your phone.
When the movie first came out, it had a 57 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Now it has like a 13%. This movie, it's meant to be what it is, and I think most of the critics are literally just tired of Transformers and Michael Bay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is, I think.
I'm losing a lot of respect for this guy, but not only just because like he's basically like thinking like he's high class shit just because he gave a positive review and it was featured on the DVD case for The Delivery Man.
Really?
Yeah, and like probably because he's the only person in the world.
He's the only person who liked it.
Yeah, and they put his quote on the back of the movie. It wasn't even a good quote. It just said like heartwarming and uplifting. It's so generic that like the publishers of the movie were, like so desperate to find a fucking good review, then they turned to this guy. But this guy said Transformers 4 was awful. Okay, that's your opinion. And I like the other movies. Much like Godzilla, nothing happens until the end. What the fuck does that movie mean? Or what the hell does that mean? There's so much shit that is going on. And it's not like Godzilla was mostly people talking and you see a monster fight in the TV in the background. Until
like, I like this one. I thought this was much different from 2 and 3.
Oh, yeah, very much.
Because even when the dead space of, in between action sequences, I felt stuff going on.
Yeah. It was not just useless babble like in Dark of the Moon.
My girlfriend, again, because she's a casual moviegoer, she had to drink to get through 2. She fell asleep during 3. She couldn't finish it.
Yeah,
when she watched this, I convinced her to go with us to go see it because she had to be up early the next day. I was like, you'll get to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning. They'll give you like 6 hours of sleep, and I know you want to see it. She's like, okay, I'll go see it with you. The movie ended, and she was like, that was fucking awesome.
I know.
I was like, I know. She's like, that was the longest one, right? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, I was actually very entertained and into the movie the whole time. And I was like, thank you. Like, I feel like it did a much better job with that dead space than the other 2.
Very much, very much. And I've been saying the entire time, the characters in this movie are not all comic relief, like how they were in Dark of the Moon. They did not all make stupid jokes. There's actually, like, the humans in this movie were more human than anyone else in the previous franchise. They were
more human than the humans in this movie, I felt. I love that they were actually characters. Because there was a, Trickster, I believe. Her name's Jennifer Ulm on Twitter as well. She lives in my town, and she's someone who goes to Botcon. Like, I've met her a couple times. She's a cool person. And I saw her coming in on Friday morning to see it, and I was like, let me know what you think of it. And she's like, yeah, I've seen complaints so far from critics saying part that they don't like is the actual robots are characters now.
Really?
And I'm like, well, good.
What the fuck do these people want?
Like that. I don't know.
Like, everyone complained the robots had no personality. The robots have personality. That sucks. Really? The people are saying that? Oh my god, people are fucking ignorant as hell.
Well, that's the problem with this movie is After seeing this movie, I didn't realize how much personality they did not have in 2 and 3.
know,
Like,
yeah.
I really didn't. Like, and now I'm gonna go back and be like, oh god,
Yeah.
I hate this human movie, because that's what people have been saying for years. Like, it's a human movie, and I was always, maybe an apologist to a degree. And now I've seen my favorite one. I think my favorite one. I think 1 is better, but I think 4 is my favorite.
Yeah, 1 is definitely the best overall movie.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Okay. What were the?
Yeah, what the fuck does Godzilla have to do with Transformers anyway? Oh! Did you see? April 7th, 2017. Pacific Rim 2 was confirmed.
Was it?
It was.
Sweet. Speaking of 2017, Transformers 4 or 5 has been pushed back to 2017 officially.
Again?
Yeah, it was 2017, then they said 16, and then the producer said, no, it's not coming out then. It's coming out in 2017. So, shit.
Oh, well, in 2017 also might be Amazing Spider-Man 3 as well. So it's going to be a big year.
Maybe, if they don't cancel it.
God.
I was hoping it was coming out in 2016 with Batman vs. Superman, but it's going to be fucking another 3 years. Alright, I was kind of surprised we didn't see Slug or Snarl or Slash.
Well, at Botcon? Wait, Slash.
The Velociraptor?
We kind of saw him. He was in robot mode.
Was he?
Yeah, I believe. I'm very.
All of
very
them look
positive.
so similar in robot mode, I could not tell them apart.
They did say at Botcon though, Snarl is an off-screen character.
Okay.
And then you know what I'm really confused about is, what if they said 12 knights and he found the remaining ones?
Yeah, where's the
What
other
if
ones?
What if in toy form we get 12 Dinobots? It'd be insane.
11 Dinobots. Optimus is the 12th one.
He's the 12th knight.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be crazy. Yes, Zach? Yeah, hold on. Can you talk about something for a minute?
Sure.
Alright, hold on. Just 1 minute.
Always does this to me. All the time. Yeah, I have nothing to talk about. I'm sorry. Dead Space here. Dead Space. Yeah, dead, done. Oh. So what did you guys think of Transformers 4? Actually, let's actually do that. What, we're gonna go with one of the listener questions ideas. I believe it was Austin Tucker. How about you guys, actually, if you want, if you saw Transformers 4, either you can leave it in the comment section, or if you want it read on the air, send it to us and we'll read your opinion out to everybody. And if you're rebuttaling what we're saying, then go ahead and, start a debate. Send us the message, we'll read it, and we'll say if we agreed with, disagreed with, if you want interaction. Or you can leave it in the comment section, it'll be left alone, but there you go.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Whatever you're talking about. I say yes to that.
Good.
Alright, I'm tired. Talking about this movie so much. Is there anything else I really want to talk about? Those bug-eyed creatures on Lockdown's ship were weird.
I was really confused. Are those Cybertronians or what?
I don't know. I don't think so. Because there's a bunch of other aliens on there. Those I don't know. Those are weird. So, I mean, is Lockdown actually from Cybertron?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm still kind of. I mean, they was so vague on a lot of stuff. So the Quintessons fucking made Transformium on Earth, and they must have used that to start the Cybertronians.
Yeah,
Okay.
I suppose.
They're kind of vague on a lot of stuff. I was like so confused in the first 2 minutes of the movie. They're like, so is this how the Dinobots were formed, or what? I don't know. I don't. It's. I don't think it's. I think I'm thinking about it too much. Okay. So overall, out of 10, what do you give it?
I'd give it a 7.
A
Simply
7.
because I think as a movie, a 7. Because I think it only loses a point. It'd be a solid 8. I loved it. A couple flaws here and there. I just think it was a little bit too long. I do.
The length never bothers me. I actually like movies when they're longer, as opposed to being shorter. It just gives a lot more time for stuff to flesh out naturally, as opposed to like.
That's why I like this movie. Everything felt a little more natural, but it's gonna be so hard to when this movie comes out on DVD to sit down and watch it.
I definitely get that. What else? Wyatt.
Hold on a second. Oh,
Hey, Wyatt.
Hold on.
Someone's gonna get spanked. Someone's gonna get spanked. It's not gonna be me. For once. Ooh. So, blah blah. I don't think they're ever gonna make a Voyager class new form Optimus Prime. I think the Battle Command one is about the closest we're gonna get. Which upsets me because I don't like that transformer very much. It just looks kind of lazy. But I mean, it is about the same size as Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. There's actually a comparison to that, so I might end up getting it just because. Who knows how long it will be till we get a Voyager class of that figure, of that toy, whatever. Hey Wyatt.
What?
Nothing. I think that's pretty much covers everything we want to talk about in the movie. Can you think of anything else?
I'm sure there's stuff. So we're gonna leave it to the listeners. If there's anything that we didn't touch on that you want us to touch on, or surprised we didn't, whatever, send it to us at Primecast Q&A. That's primecastcoanda@gmail.com.
Do you want to go over how many questions do we have?
Oh, we don't have very many.
Okay.
We might as well.
Let's go through them real fast. I'm tired.
Okay.
I need a nap.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'm old.
Good. Okay, give me just a minute here. Let me retrieve them.
Someone posted a thread on the forum saying lockdown's bum. Like what? What's that mean? And this is this guy's the only person. This is all he says. Like, am I the only one that knows lockdown has had big backside? LOL. Even the lady behind me was like, that Transformer's got a big butt. And the only response I see so far is this thread is totally needed.
This is on TFW?
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Oh god.
What?
From Maria, what version of Rise of the Dark Spark you guys getting, and do you think they should stop putting TV spots? Getting it maybe on PS3 and 360 so I can play online.
What's that?
And yes, they should stop.
I got a text message. What was the question?
What version of Rise of the Dark Spark are you getting, and should they stop making TV spots?
If I was to get a version, it would be on PS4. But I'm not sure if I'm going to get it at all because I kind of lost interest in it.
Alright.
It's either High Moon or nothing.
Okay, from Ian, hey lads, IJK Productions again. For some reason I sent this on the 15th, but you guys didn't get it last time. Oh, sorry.
Fucking sue us, why don't you?
Jesus, stop antagonizing. Jesus Christ. Number 1, I finished up my AOE Rusted Optimus a while ago, and you guys can tell me your opinions. And there's some newer shots with some more corrosion on my Twitter. Object interactions and comparisons. Happy Atari one. Okay, let's look at this. Here you go, Jesse, for your viewing pleasure. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, the first picture you posted of your your evasion mode Optimus, where it's just some silver, is literally all I did to mine. So.
Oh, you did. That's okay.
That's what I did to mine.
You did his head too?
What did you do to the head?
He painted.
Oh, the silver on the ears.
Silver.
No, I didn't.
And on the side of the face.
No, I didn't do that.
Okay, so you lied.
Well, everything else.
And you did do the feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Smokestacks?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, scrolling down. Yeah, I like that. It does what I like, which it shows some hints of red and blue in the robot mode. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't go overboard like a lot of the ones I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're good. Yeah. Okay. Next.
2. What are your top 5 figures, Transformers, Marvel, or anything, and what should be reissued in the next year or so? That's a good one.
I would like a reissue of G1 Scorponok.
And Fort Max.
Yeah, Fort Max would be nice, although it's never going to happen.
Of anything.
I don't know. That's a
very broad question.
Yeah.
I would take a reissue of some of the Kamen Rider stuff.
You would, wouldn't you?
I can't tell you what, but I would. Some Marvel Legends.
Oh, speaking about Japan figures, we fucking called it last week, last show, when we were talking about Dragon Ball Z figure arts.
Yep, Broly.
Broly's come out in December. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, player. Looks amazing.
What other thing? I can't think of anything else because most of the stuff that I've always wanted, I went out and bought.
Yeah.
I'm not somebody who really loves the G1 reissues. Like, they're cool to have, but take them or leave them. In some cases, because most of them already exist.
This is actually I already posted this. Okay,
third-party stuff. I'd love for Steel Core to be reissued. Keep going.
There's a thread in the movie discussion about about what I was talking about, the Knights.
Yeah.
Apparently, Lockdown called his ship Night Ship because he captured all the knights in it.
That's what I thought too.
I did not make that connection. Then they posted a little line of Lockdown. Remember this ship, Prime? Built for all you knights, you great crusaders to explore the universe. Well, I commandeer it. It's my personal prison now. So that ship used to belong to Optimus?
Well, he meant for you crusaders, so I assume he means primes.
So welcome back to the Knights Teminus Prime. And Optimus said, you have disgraced it. Lockdown says, join your fellow rebels, fugitive scum. It's for the rarest specimens, the worst of the world. It's taken centuries, but I've collected all the knights except you. So, there's that. I would like to know the backstory of these fucking knights. That's one. This is the only Transformers movie so far that hasn't had a prequel comic. Is that right?
I believe so. I don't think it has one.
Yeah, all the other movies have had actually multiple prequel comics, except this one. And I
bet we'll get it.
I would really like a prequel comic that's explaining this whole night thing, because it kind of fucking came out of the middle of nowhere, and I'm confused and I'm crying because I want to know more, but I can't because Lockdown has a Scottish accent and I can't hear him because because he's talking way too fast. I can't process information that fast.
He's Jetfire.
Yeah. Sounds like Jetfire, looks like Jetfire. Not really. Why the fuck did I say that?
Does not look like Jetfire at all.
No, he doesn't.
All the Bayformers look the same. Oh, that's another thing. My girlfriend was like, and I could actually tell Transformers apart in this one.
Why did you finally open your eyes?
Fucking casual.
Slapper.
That's fucked up.
That's what you get. Okay.
That went way different
next
direction.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of 5, but I can think of those ones that I listed. 3. Are there any shows, movies, series that started off liking, but by the end you gave up following? I
Digimon.
have a problem. Well, Pokemon, of course. Pokemon was because they changed writers, changed production companies. Like, it was way different. I was like 5, and now I'm older than 5.
You're 7.
The most recent one is The Legend of Korra. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it, but I've pretty much piqued my interest for it, and that's about it. Like, it took us so long to get Book 2 last year, and I think Season 3 premiered last night, and it was announced like a week and a half ago is premiering last night. Like, that show, I feel, flies by the seat of their pants way too fast. And, like, I'm excited for what they're doing for Book 3, but it's really hard to try and get interested in it because I don't know. I feel like they've taken too long.
I don't know anything about
interest
the
has
Legend
gone
of
on other
Korra,
things.
although, like, you see that she is Aangly incarnated, kind of.
Kind of. Not really.
Like, all
She's the Avatar spirit. She's not Aang.
like, aren't the, like, yeah, the Avatar Spirit, I lost interest in that shit. Okay, next.
Have any of you seen or heard of the alternate ending to Godzilla vs. Destroya, when Godzilla fights and kills Destroya while melting down inside of Destroya, being killed by the military? Link here.
Link.
I've never seen the movie, so.
I had the movie on DVD. Like, is it talking about the official ending, or is it like an alternate ending?
Alternate.
Alternate, huh? Okay.
Keep up the good work, lads. I'm gonna keep going here. This has been a really long show. From Alpone, found this Age of Extinction Deluxe Lockdown review through Sabertron. Thought to let you both know in case you guys didn't catch it. We did see it, and the figure looks okay. But thank you.
Yep.
I want Human Alliance one.
Yeah, that would be nice. It needs to be bigger, definitely. After especially seeing how he sizes up to Optimus and everything.
Again from Maria, I have a question. Is Optimus basically dead in the beginning of the movie? No, kind of. Whatever.
He's in stasis lock.
And can I play Rise of the Dark Spark sometime on the PS4?
What do you mean? Why can't you? Let's see, why not?
Do they mean with us?
Elaborate.
I don't have a PS4, so no.
I have a PlayStation 4, but don't have the game, so no.
There's two halves of different coins.
Yep, exactly.
And that's all we got for questions. If you have any questions, or if you want to debate on the movie or anything else like that,
if we want to,
send it.
If we want to debate, we can be master debaters.
Wow. No, when you were gone, I told them. Remember when Austin sent in that idea of, I'm pretty sure it was Austin, of more fan interaction by emailing in questions or having them answer it?
No,
You were gone.
but explain that anyway.
I told them while you were gone to where if they want to debate our opinions, or if they hated Transformers 4, or wanted to like talk to us about how we're wrong, or how much they liked it, or they're surprised there's something we didn't talk about and want us to talk about, to email it in.
Cool.
If you message us and say, I appreciate your guys' podcast, but I did have problems with Transformers 4, we're not gonna dislike you. If you message us saying, "Listen, cockbags,
Hey,
you guys are
don't
idiots
speak for both of us.
for thinking that you guys are idiots for liking this movie," then we might be like, all right. There's a way to present your argument.
Yep.
Go. Are we done?
I think so.
Good. Alright, well, bye.
You can follow me at Twitter at twitter.com/SSJAutobot. You can Instagram me too, SSJAutobot. Subscribe to me here on YouTube if you haven't done so already.
No. Follow me on Twitter, Anakin Vader, and you can subscribe to me on YouTube at Anakin Vader.
Anakin Vader. Anakin.
I thought he would turn into a giant car. Also hilarious.
Alright. That was on that note, my name is Jesse.
My name is Wyatt.
And thank you for listening. Next week. See ya.
Bye.
One more.